Hey everybody, and welcome back to another deep dive. This time we're strapping on a fitness tracker, the Fitbit Charge 6 to be exact.
Yeah, the Charge 6.
And we're going to see what this thing can really do.
Yeah.
Loving this. Don't miss what's next. Hit subscribe, like for more, and share with someone who is a fan for this product too. Your quick action helps us keep creating. I've been checking out all the reviews, specs, user comments, and let me tell you, this thing is packed. We're talking built-in GPS, heart rate tracking that seems to do everything but make you a cup of coffee in the morning.
Right.
Google Apps. It even claims to manage your stress.
It really does.
So is this a glimpse into the future of, personal health? Are we all going to be wearing these things in, 5 years?
Well, I mean, Fitness trackers have come a long way. Remember those basic pedometers?
Oh, yeah, those things. I think I still have one in a drawer somewhere.
Yeah. And now we have these, super advanced health companions, and the Charge 6 really shows just how much things have changed.
For sure. One thing that really jumped out at me while I was prepping for this was all the heart rate stuff.
Oh, yeah. They go all in on that.
Yeah. It's not just during workouts either, right?
No, not at all. I mean, it tracks your heart rate during workouts, sure. But it also can connect to your equipment, via Bluetooth, so you can see your heart rate on, a treadmill or whatever. And then it's tracking it 24/7. It figures out your resting heart rate and even, sends you a notification if it thinks something's up. Like if it's too high or too low. It's kind of wild, right?
Yeah, it's like having a little mini doctor on your wrist.
Totally. Imagine, actually being able to see patterns in your heart rate that you never would have noticed before.
Like what?
Well, say you always work late and you notice that your resting heart rate is always higher after those nights. You might start to think, okay, maybe I need to manage my workload a little differently, or maybe I need to prioritize sleep a bit more.
Yeah, that is interesting. It's like data-driven self-care. I dig it. Okay, but what about this active zone minutes thing I keep seeing? What even is that? Is it just steps, but with a fancy name?
Ah, good question. So, Active Zone Minutes, or AZM, it's a Fitbit thing, and it goes beyond just counting steps. It actually wants you to push yourself during your workouts. So the harder you work, the more time you spend in those higher heart rate zones, the more AZMs you rack up.
It's not just about hitting 10,000 steps or whatever.
Nope, it's about actually getting your heart rate up and really challenging yourself.
Interesting. I could see that being really motivating for some people.
Oh, for sure. And speaking of motivation, let's talk about that built-in GPS. No more needing to carry your phone around if you want to track a run or a hike or whatever.
Yeah, imagine. No more phone, awkwardly strapped to your arm during a run. You can explore new trails, really focus on your form, maybe even, be more mindful during your workout without all the distractions.
Definitely. I think it would change how a lot of people exercise. It would make it more enjoyable, for sure.
Right, more spontaneous and fun.
Ab-
But the Charge 6 isn't just about working out, right? I mean, it has all these Google features like Maps, Google Wallet notifications.
Oh, yeah. All of that is built right in. Which is cool, but also makes you think, how much is too much? Yeah, it's convenient, but is it also just another way to get bombarded with information all day?
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a balance, right, between convenience and just having too much tech in our lives.
Right.
Okay, so we've talked about heart rate, workouts, even a little bit of Google. But what about the health stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, this thing has SpO2 monitoring. It can take an ECG.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. This is stuff you used to only be able to get at a hospital.
I know. It's mind-blowing how technology that was once so specialized is now just, right there on your wrist.
Right. Okay, so SpO2 monitoring.
Uh-huh.
That's for tracking your blood oxygen, right?
Yep. Helps you see how well you're sleeping, and it can give you a heads up if there are any potential breathing issues. And then the ECG, I mean, that's a whole other level. It can literally detect irregularities in your heart rhythm. It could potentially be life-saving for some people.
Seriously. Okay, there's one feature I am still on the fence about, though, and that's the whole stress management thing.
Yeah.
Do those features really work? Or is it just a bunch of trendy buzzwords like, can a fitness tracker actually tell me how stressed I am?
Well, I've been wondering the same thing,
Good.
honestly. But I'm curious to see if having all this data about my stress, right there, would make me more aware of it throughout the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, could it help you actually catch those early signs of stress and maybe do something about it before it gets out of control?
Exactly. So the Charge 6, it calculates this thing called a stress management score. Uses your heart rate variability, sleep patterns, activity levels, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then it has these guided breathing exercises and mindfulness sessions you can do.
Okay, so like a mindfulness coach on your wrist?
Kinda. And the science behind all this is still developing, but a lot of people find it super helpful.
Interesting. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention. The Charge 6 comes with 6 months of Fitbit Premium for free.
Oh, yeah. That's a great deal. You get all these personalized insights, workout programs, even more data analysis. It's really worth checking out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So the question is, will the Fitbit Charge 6 just track your life, or will it actually help you change it for the better?
Good question.
Will you use this data to actually make healthier choices, manage your stress better, really understand your body? It's something to think about.
Thanks for listening. Subscribe, like, and share to support more great episodes. See you next time.
See ya.
And don't forget to check the description for a link to learn more.